Hey guys, well, this week I'm going to talk to you about the diet problem. I think it's a problem for everyone. Well, at least I think I was able to control it somehow. So I'm going to tell you how in just a few seconds, but I have to tell you, yeah, it's a hair day. So you're going to have to deal with it because I am dealing with it. I don't mind, so I hope you don't. So, you know what? I think I was about 20 years I cut my hair, you know, to the skin. But I think for me, what I feel, I don't mind what people think, you know, because the thing is, I feel like a bit younger. I don't know if it's true, but I think it's what you feel inside. It's important. So for me, I feel younger, and if people judge me because they think I'm a toker, I'm a toker. Imagine. I never heard that, a midnight toker. It's been quite a while since I heard that one. So, let's talk about the diet. As you probably know, I started about 2.5 months ago. I was 301, imagine 301 pounds. That scared the shit out of me when I saw that on the weighing scale. When I saw 301, I think it's mental, you know. When I saw, when we think about 300 pounds, I don't know for you, but for me, when I was thinking about 300 pounds, that was crazy. It was a blimp. So when I realized, because we never see ourselves like we are big. You know what? When I was younger, I think until I was about 24, 26 years old, I weighed 128. That's what, imagine I was like a skeleton, that's for sure. So even when I grew older, in my late 40s, I still saw myself as a small, you know. But when I saw myself in picture, the profile that I had, I couldn't believe it. What broke it for me is when one day I decided just to up on the weighing scale, and I saw that. I said, no, that's it for me. I have to do something. And as I told you before, I was a sugar monster. It was crazy, everything that was sugar. Well, I stopped smoking when I was 41 years old in 2001, and I stopped drinking in 2011. But stopping sugar, that was one hell of a thing I had to do, because I think it was the worst of all the three, between the cigarette, the booze, and the sugar. It's the sugar is the worst. That's crazy. So I think it's finally it was the worst, and I think it still is somehow. I'm always thinking about it, but I had to change, because you know what? When I started all this, I cut sugar, you could say about 90%. The salt, because I had problems. Sometimes I couldn't even sleep all through the night because I had so much problem with my finger. I cut the salt for that also about 90%. And was ice cream, barbecue chip. It was crazy. So I tried to change my habits. It was really bad habits, but I still eat one pizza a week. I still go to McDonald's once a week, but I don't drink Coke. I don't drink 7-Up. When I go to McDonald's, I buy a water bottle. So, and now instead of eating chips at night while listening to the TV, well, I eat this. Yeah, I know, it's kind of dull, but does the trick. And I have to tell you, I indulge myself. Every night, I don't know why, but I'm a creature of habit, so, you know, I have to create another habit, a good one for me. So every night around 10:30, that's what I eat. Still, a little amount of sugar in it, but listen, I don't think, as I was told, you cannot cut everything at 100%. if you do that, it's going to be dangerous, because if you go back to sugar, you're going to go crazy. It's been, well, like I said, 2001 when I stopped smoking. And let me tell you, I had 2 pumps. Listen, it was 6 years I was taking 2 pumps just so I was able to smoke. Can you imagine how crazy you can get in the head? And 2 days after I stopped smoking, I didn't need those pumps. So listen, if you think it doesn't do things, the cigarette, it's a damn shame. It's a big problem. So anyway, when I decided to do my diet, I said I have to take something, because like I told you, I'm crazy with sugar. I go crazy about sugar. So I was referred chromium. I already show you. It's small pills that you take once in the morning before you eat. I think it did bring down the craving for sugar for a while. I took them for about 3 or 4 weeks. Then I didn't feel I needed them, so I stopped it. But it was a good idea, and I recommend it. So if you're a monster sugar like I am, or a sugar monster, like I should say, I recommend taking the chromium. Then, at the same time, I started Garcinia Cambogia. That's something I saw a few years ago on Dr. Oz. And listen, it diminishes your craving for food, because I'm not only a sugar monster, but I'm also a big eater. So I had to bring that craving down a bit, because that was one of the problems. At night when we listen to the TV, I always have to have something in my mouth, you know. So I had to bring that craving down, and I think it did the trick. I took it for about 2 months, so it's only about 2 weeks that I stopped them. I don't feel I need them anymore, but I have to be frank with you. I'm always hungry. Almost every night I'm hungry, and okay, it's good to have a carrot, but I'm not a rabbit, you know. So I need something else. I need some meat. Unfortunately, for a lot of you, you try to stay away from meat. Anyway, I don't eat meat that much, so it's not a problem. But I do a lot of toast. I like having some toast with peanut butter or something like that. So that's another thing. White bread, it's a problem. So I tried, and it's been 2.5 months that we now buy this kind of bread loaf. It's 5 gram meat methods that they say. I think it's 0 sugar and no fat sugar added. So it's really good. But the problem with that one is that it costs around $4. So it's kind of steep. But listen, I think we have to pay for it, and even if sometimes it costs a bit more, I think that at the end, all that we save by not eating all those sugar things, you know, like ice cream and everything, I think we're well over the budget. Still, we're saving money, and we're saving ourselves. Let's be truthful about this. Because we don't know a lot of people that are very big, you know, something over 300 pounds that live very long, in their 90s or something like that. So my father is a good example. He's 87 years old, and he's not very big. He's active like crazy. He still works. He's 87 years old. So that's another thing. In my family, all the men live very long, but not very fat. So I didn't follow in the right step, you know. So I had to change it. So I think it's a good thing. Like I say, I don't know if I said it, but in 2.5 months I lost 25 pounds. So that's kind of great. I went from 301 and now I'm 176. Isn't that great? So just that fact, just the fact that you see yourself and you see yourself losing that, and let me tell you another thing though. I don't, my legs don't hurt as they used to just a few months, a few weeks ago. It's the first time since I think almost 20 years that I can walk and go up and down the stairs and don't have any problem with the legs. So that's really cool. I mean, let me tell you this. So I'm really glad. So I don't know if it's the miracle of all cure for being fat, but I can tell you that for me it works. I don't think it's really a big discovery. The damn problem is the fucking sugar and salt. You stop this and look, I didn't even do some exercise. I lost 25 pounds in 2.5 months just by stopping this fucking sugar and the salt. So I think it's really great. So I hope you're gonna try it if you have a problem with your weight, because I don't think it's simple. Nothing is simple. You have to put it in your mind. But when you see your weight going down day after day, that's fun, and that really keeps you going. That's something else, you know. So for me, that's what keeps me going. And for me, I'm a seasonal worker. I work in landscaping, mainly in landscaping. I do, as you know, barbecue building. But you know, I stay put when I weld something, you know, to do the barbecue. So it doesn't make me very healthy. I don't make no exercise that way. Even it's worse because you all breathe all the weld. I'm just really gonna start back to work. So it's kind of good because I'm not gonna lose my my muscle. Because now I'm losing fat, but I'm losing also muscle in the same way. So while I'm not the kind of guy, you know, to go to the gym. So I think I was waiting, but you know what? It worked. It worked. I lost 25 pounds, for God's sake. So why fix it if it's not broken? But one thing's for sure, I'm going to do some exercise while I'm going to go back to work. And well, in landscaping. So I think I'm going to still lose a few pounds, and I would like to get to 220 at 6'1". I think that would be great, 220. So guys, this is it for another Let's Talk with Mike. I hope you like the follow-up. I hope it's going to give you hope yourself to take things into your own hands and do something about it if you have a weight problem, because I'm a good example, and I don't bullshit you. It's really, well, it's not that easy, but when you see the result after just a few weeks, you're gonna like it. I can tell you that, that's for sure. So guys, take care, have a nice week. See you next week on another Let's Talk with Mike. Ciao guys.